Hey, it's TimesCark11 back with another episode of Blade Buffs. So I originally made Catalyst to be the last of this series, but then I remembered that Rock exists. I completely forgot about Rock. And then I've also gotten some suggestions for other buff ideas for weapons I didn't go over, as well as some ideas, some really nice ones for shield hammers that I didn't think of during the initial shield hammer video. So I will be going over all the other weapon types now, and also going to do a follow-up on shield hammer buffs. Won't be doing that all right away. I've got some other videos planned still over the next few weeks, but eventually going to be continuing this series for the long term. So for today, we'll be going over how to fix Rock. So Rock, he's not terrible, but he's just extremely mid. He's got a great crit rate, and I guess you could say his niche is something that could be useful, with being kind of focused on back attacks. Problem is, like most blades that are mediocre in Xenoblade 2, his niche is just not fulfilled. They give him stuff to do, and then he just can't do it. So, starting off with the specials, I guess this one's fine with its fairly niche use. It could be better, but let's say we can leave that. This one is okay, I guess, too, because he does come with an art that reduces HP. Really, there just needs to be better ways to pull off low HP builds in Xenoblade 2. Such as having some kind of support blade with options to reduce damage when at low HP, like for the whole party. So that's something I'll be going over in the Shield Hammer follow-up. I forget if I covered anything like that in the first Shield Hammer buff video, but yeah, so this one, Feather Typhoon, this is absolutely worthless. Specials like these do not need to exist. This is just so stupid. Why does this exist? Just replace this with crit damage up. That's it. Just make this a crit damage. He's already a crit-focused blade. He's got a really high crit rate. Just make this crit damage. That's it. Now this one, this is really, really lackluster. I wouldn't remove it entirely, but I will combine it with this. He's got back damage. He's got reduced aggro so that he can stay in the back without gaining aggro. So just combine them. Make them into one skill together. Put these two skills together so that we have another skill slot for something more useful. This one is really bad, but with a really good concept. So why in the world is it just 30 seconds after the start of battle? Make it 30 seconds after switching in. At any point in the battle. Honestly, you could just reduce it to 20 seconds too, and it would still be way, way better because you'd be able to use it consistently. That's 25 seconds maybe. It doesn't really matter what the time is on it, as long as it's something that you can trigger at any point instead of just the first 30 seconds of the battle, which is just really, really stupid. I guess maybe they wanted him to be a surprise attack one-hit kill thing, but he's not strong enough to do that, unlike Sever. Sever is actually able to do that. Rock has trouble pulling that off, so you can maybe see that was the intention behind this. But since that's not really what he's good for, then just make this for something that can be activated at any point. Anytime you switch him in, you get this damage boost. And again, giving the back damage, combining it with the aggro reduction. Also, we could maybe increase this to 120%. It is a conditional already, so you might as well make it a little bit better than just 100%. I forget if this is an independent multiplier, though. It might be, in which case maybe then 100% actually is pretty good. But either way, I think we could safely increase this to 120% back damage, because there is also a lot of enemies that have back attacks. So think it's fair to make back damage a good conditional. So what will we be replacing this with, since we're going to be giving this effect over to Sickle? Combining the Sickle and Swoop effects. So then what will we replace this with? My main idea was to play off of kind of how he does in cutscenes, and just give him, I don't know, 50% chance of inflicting blowdown on any art or special. I believe most, if not all, of his specials already have blowdown, but being able to have blowdown on arts would be pretty nice with him. So I think 50% chance is good enough for that. You don't want to make it all the time, because then it would probably be a little too overpowered, even with enemies that resist blowdown. So I think 50% chance of blowdown on any art would be pretty decent, and maybe have a hidden value of it where it increases the chance of blowdown when you cancel arts, when you cancel into an art. That could be interesting. Yeah, so that's it for Rock. I think those are the only things we really need to do to help Rock out with fitting the niche that he seems to be intended for with back damage and stuff. Because he also has a blade art for increasing back damage too. But yeah, critical damage on this one is going to be a really big help, giving him a damage modifier that can actually work all the time. And this is in New Game Plus, so I don't have any good chip on him right now. Just have this for increasing agility. Since there's not really much reason to use him, so I just throw him on as a stat stick. But yeah, normally his crit rate would be very good. So that's all my ideas for buffing Rock. Again, I'll be having a follow-up on shield hammers, going over some suggestions I've seen that were really good, like a taunt art. Well, a proper taunt art that you can use, similar to Hugo and Torna. And let's see, there's katanas, axes, and yeah, katanas and axes I think are the only other weapon types I need to go over. I might be forgetting one, but I'm pretty sure it's just katanas and axes that I didn't do. So, see you next time!